Hello, creative friends. This is Sharon from Texture Junkies. I'm starting my Going for the Gold project, and I decided this time I wanted to do a really 3D assemblage. I thought about this a lot, and I decided to go dig through my bits. Now, I want to talk about my bits for just a second. I have a laundry room. This is an old house, and it's built on. And then I have a fruit room with shelves, and my fruit room is filled with weird bits. And I know not everyone has a collection of weird bits, but I'd like to talk about what you can use that you can collect in nature, or wherever around your house, perhaps in your husband's toolbox. Go look in that rusty hardware. I collect handles and weird hardware like this, and stuff off of old furniture that I've redone. Lots of pieces like that. I never know what I'm going to want. Lots of handles. I hate to give away all my secrets, but go to the thrift store and see what they've got. I've got weird plastic things like this that I can make look metal. I bought a collection of these from an antique store, and I paid a bit for them, but there were like 9 of them, and they're old heater grates out of a hotel, out of a Victorian hotel, which was very cool to me. And I've actually made other projects you've seen using these as the base. You don't have to have stuff like this, though. You could go get a piece of wood, something that's been trimmed off of something your husband's doing, or perhaps at Home Depot, maybe they have something, or from the wood pile. You've got silk flowers. Don't forget to prep the back. That's what I've been doing here. I generally will glue everything down, and then I decide, do I want to start with a coat of spray paint because there's so many little intricate bits, and I might go to a chalkboard spray because it's a really matte. That's easier to take paint after. Now watch out for those metallics. They're pretty slick, and sometimes things don't want to stick to them. You're going to need some good glue, like E6000, or often this will work. This is a soft matte medium from Golden, or another brand would do, or a heavy gel medium. Let's see. I have other brands too, but this is a molding paste. Those are generally glues. I think Yes Paste would work, but I've never tried it, and it's on my list when I run out of some glue, but I have so much. I do collect napkin rings. I have a whole box full of those, and I find some really interesting stuff. And I decided this girl, this is Venus, and she was a statue, and I have a collection of these around my house. But this was the only Venus I had. But, this is the Venus that comes out of the shell. She's absolutely beautiful. And when she broke, the base broke in some weird chippy pieces. She's made out of chalk. So I decided to save her and use her for our project. And this is, I think, her project. So I have some shells here. Some I collected on the beach. Some I purchased in bulk. I have some old paintbrushes that I just mucked up some more. The bristles were stiff. They're super old. I never really cared for them because the bristles were always stiff. So I decided, well, this one was a favorite, you can tell. But this one definitely wasn't. So I mucked those up a bit. And then, of course, the silk flowers and the sticks. So I just wanted to share with you the kind of things that you can collect and gather, and in most cases, not even spend a penny. So you can make your own project like this, as weird or wonderful as you'd like. It can be something just beautiful. It can be something a little quirky. And I tend to go for the quirky. You guys know that. So I would encourage you to go see what you have around your house, all your little weird collections and rocks and whatever, and try a project like this. It's really a lot of fun, and it's a conversation piece in your house, or maybe your son would like it, or your daughter. But generally, these are the things that I collect, pieces I love, so I end up holding on to them. But we'll see. All right. So you'll see as this project progresses what I end up doing, and I'll see you soon. Hi there. Okay, this will be part 2. I wanted to show you where I was at before I attach my mermaid and tell you about the glue and how I decided to get her on there. I would like to share that I'm using E6000. I've got heavy gel medium, but I couldn't get the lid off, so I'm using the soft. And then I have a Gorilla glue sticks in a hot glue gun if I absolutely have to. But this is where I am. So I've done the base. It's going to get a lot of changes still. This is just, you know, jumping off still. I've got the pearls in there, and that is a hand carved handle from an old school desk that I turned upside down, and it's got the crackle. And then I've got some old hardware here too, like this stuff. I wanted to add some of those pieces, and I've got one right there, and I'm gonna put something special right here, like it's a pedestal. And you might notice the glue here. I use a palette knife, dump it in there, a layer at a time. So it takes a while to do this because I want it to dry thoroughly and then add another layer, and I'm building it up because there's a little gap where I have her sitting. See where that shell has kind of a ridge there? I want that to stick out over there like that. And I needed to make sure that she was sitting on pearls because there's a gap there. I also built it up with cardboard in the back. I just added another layer of pearls and they're wet. And I just glued pieces of cardboard together with really good heavy medium and then painted it gold. But this is going to get backed when I'm done so that none of the wires and bits will show that you see here. None of them. And this is going to be a gift for my sister. I love how it's coming out. I really do. I'm going to stand up again so you can see it. Don't be dizzy. I just wanted to show you some step-by-step. I do have some fun little goodies out here I'm not sure if I'll use. When I make a project like this, I start gathering, and this is where I've pared it down because I had a big box full. And I have all kinds of fun things here. I have a pearl collection. Some are real. That's right. Some of this is going to be real pearls. I have some jewels here. I want it to kind of look like treasures of the sea. I also never use glitter. It's pretty rare, but I will be going in at the end and touching up any glue that shows in the pot that she's sitting in here, because I filled it with pearls. It's going to have more shells that I painted gold. It's going to have little touches of sparkle here and there. And it's Venus. She broke. So I just felt like this was appropriate. And, the oyster shell wings, those are painted with a couple different colors of gold. I might add some pearls to that. I just really love how she's coming out. But that is kind of where I'm at this point. Just adding pearls, letting it dry, adding more pearls, letting it dry, and then I'll attach her and decide on all those little finishing touches that make it special. I might hang some dangles as well, but we'll see. We'll see what happens towards the end here. So all of this is rust, gold, patina, and the white crackle. So there's going to be white pearls, and then this crackly paint with that PM stencil I pressed into the texture crackle medium. See that? I love how this came out. It looks truly old. All right, so we will see you. Probably the next video will be the final piece, and I hope that you found some inspiration today. Hi, this should be the final installment. Well, should be, it is. Part 3. I finished her and I love her so much. Deciding that she was going to be for my sister was like the best thing, because I became even more excited and passionate about it. And isn't it funny how that happens when we're making something for someone? Suddenly it's more exciting. I don't need to introduce myself again. This is part 3, right? Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm glad to share this. Please stay till the end, and we'll talk about the drawing. So this, for my sister, is a labor of love here. I love how she came out. We'll talk a little bit about what she's made out of. I did share some of the glue, the things I ended up using might have been a little bit different here. We've got her oyster shell wings. We've got pearls here. I did go in with a little bit of this, stickles, just here and there, only to cover up any sort of glue that was on there or anything like that. I mean, glitter and stuff like this, which I don't normally use, they really are a lifesaver in projects like this. Also, like rest paste, that covers well also. I'm going to set that down so you can see her. So she ended up having very sparkly golden sort of crown. I used some wire that I got from Seth Apter, and I put it underneath. There's a little note here to my sister. I covered the back with some upholstery fabric, and I signed it. We ended up with a mica tile charm that I made here, and I used heat embossing. I tried a few different things. I had some mica tile experimenting to decide what to use here, and that was my party mix on there, because those are usually teals and coppers. This you can lift up. It's I built it right on there, so that it can be turned around if the little sea queen sign comes undone, and just to make it a little interactive and more fun. I've got a broken earring on here. I thought just really went with it. Got a chandelier crystal and some old rosary segments and old jewelry, of course. These are from a really old piece of jewelry, and I just think they're so milky white, beautiful, beautiful. I added another one here and another one somewhere over here. There are so many pearls in here. I almost wish I had just filled it with glue and then done pearls on the last layer, because I buried 100 pearls in here. I really did. It's touched here and there with glitter to make it all cohesive, not just where there's glue. And then this is a piece of, you know, that foil you take off the coffee can when you bring it home from the store. I embossed it and covered it with alcohol ink and ended up putting that back there in this little crown and a heart with wings. I love the way it came out. Of course, there's rest paste all over it. There's some of these gorgeous pieces that I make out of resin. And overall, I just love her. Seriously, love her. I see there might be a place or two I want to touch up with a little paint, because she was made out of plaster, and that's a little chip right there. But I mean, she's pretty sturdy. I mean, as sturdy as oyster shells can be. She is pretty sturdy because of the good glue that I used everywhere. And she's really a treasure. And I wanted this to be like she's a sea queen that gathered all of these pieces from shipwrecks and things that come from the ocean to create this sort of throne. It's like a shrine almost. Let's talk about the creative, the Makers Creative Collab. That is a hashtag. I will post loads of photos of this with that hashtag on Instagram. They'll also show up on my Facebook. But for the hop, you'll want to click the box that comes up at the end screen for the next participant. There are really a lot of wonderful, creative members in our collaboration, and I encourage you to go and subscribe to all of them and show them some love. And speaking of showing some love, if you would, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. You never know what I'm going to be up to, so you might want to hit that bell so you get a variety of projects, whatever my little happy heart wants to do at the moment. Could be anything. And then you'll get notified when I get busy making stuff, making anything from home decor, furniture. Haven't done any furniture on this channel yet, but I mean, that's something I do. Paper crafting, assemblages like this. You just never know what you're going to get. Of course, PM Artist Studio hosted this event, and I would like to say huge thank you to them. They're just wonderful. If you haven't checked them out, please do. They do a lot of stuff with paint, and it's a mother-daughter duo that just makes me laugh so hard every single time. That's a lot of pressure. Sorry, Patricia and Mariah. I know you make us laugh, though. I've got my pearls on today. Please leave a comment at the end of the video so that you can be entered in my next giveaway. I love to give prizes, you know, and make sure that you're a subscriber as well to do that. If you're a new subscriber and you leave a comment, I'll give you 2 entries if you let me know. Thank you so much for joining me, and please follow along the hop today. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited about this Going for the Gold event. Thank you so much. Have a magical day, guys. Bye.